Welcome, ladies and gents, here on to FaceitTV here. For the FACEIT League, it's the Super Week. It is Monday. That's the first day of the Super Week. Just to clarify, we've got so many games ahead, so many awesome games as well. I'm DDK, James is here with me to cast these brilliant matches. And first up, LDLC and Dignitas on Dust 2, the map for LDLC.
Ah, yes, this is going to be an interesting one, definitely. We've got a few games today, but this is the first one. I know some people have put some bets on LDLC, but I'm sure some people have put some bets on Dignitas as well. So, but again, I think LDLC, well, I was going to say LDLC looking like the stronger team, but bearing in mind, FeTiSh can't always play on Wednesdays, so sometimes they have stand-ins there. So I do wonder, we haven't seen the stats yet, the voting stats, but I do wonder if people are taking that into consideration and then possibly putting their money on the wrong team or too heavily favoured to LDLC. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think we should take a quick look at the rankings, actually, so we can just quickly see how things are developing before we jump into the game. We're yet to reach the knife round, so here you go. We can take a quick look at the rankings. Now, this is Super Week. This is where it all counts. I mean, some teams, we can see Epsilon and Hellraisers really struggling at the bottom there. In fact, Hellraisers, due to the fact that they are in such a hopeless position, and three of their players have technical issues. They were supposed to be the second match today against Fnatic, but they have decided to forfeit because, of course, they've only got 3 points right now, so it's kind of a meaningless match for them at this point. So we'll actually see if we can get Epsilon LDLC into that gap that will be created, so we can have a smooth broadcast that finishes an hour earlier. But back to the stats there. Fnatic, they're basically sorted.
Yeah, Fnatic are pretty much. Are they confirmed now? They're going to Milan. Basically,
yeah.
Yeah. So congrats to them. But we have a bunch of teams. Like Fnatic. They've played all their matches, haven't they? They've played 10. I think they played 10.
There's 14 matches, but so they've got 4 matches left. But I think they've only lost one match. So I mean, basically just blitzed through everybody.
Dignitas, for example, have 4 games in hand right now.
Yep.
Over Fnatic. So there's a lot to be played for in this table. So it's winnable for most of these teams here. I think Hellraiser's only had 3 points so far. Coming so close in so many matches as we saw last week.
They had like, what, 3 overtime games where they almost won. But here we go. We can see the odds here. What do you guys think? And a lot of love to LDLC at the moment, which I think is more than justified. But LDLC are a team that's still finding their feet, still figuring it out. And it's not like Titan where existence is there. It's like, guys, we play like this. Boom, it works. LDLC, we know they have the skill and potential, but they're still having that inconsistency, still figuring it out, I think. But Dignitas, I'm surprised that people aren't really giving the Danes as much credit.
I think we have actually some smart bets here on CS:GO Lounge because it's somewhere close to even. I'll put it that way. I'm not gonna nerd out and get on poker stats, but it's close enough to even. So we have GoTV back today, guys. Woo! That wasn't planned, by the way. We're just two really camp guys. Yeah, we didn't. Steam broke GoTV. Valve broke GoTV last week, but we have it back today. So.
Oh dear, this is looking a bit brutal. 4-on-1 there. That's not fair. Some dirty play in the knife round.
I don't even care to zoom into that little room to watch this. So on the subject of knives, people, let's explain something here for some people who might be confused. When we get to 150,000 followers, we will give this away, and we will give this away. Whoa, so when you see that video during the break, those will be given away after 150,000 followers. Right now we're on about 133. So if you want those knives to be given away, get your mothers, as DDK likes to say, get your nans to follow the channel, and then we'll get there.
All right, so guys, we are going into the game. It is pistol time here against, Team Dignitas and LDLC, and already a lot of pressure shown onto Long there, just threatening LDLC. They found out a lot of information actually about the setup already.
dupreeh's going to stay in pit, just to keep control of Long for the T's here, keep their options open, and keep the LDLC wondering what's going on for the time being. NBK is going to watch short. Normally NBK plays Long actually, but on this pistol round it seems to be in short, and there is a push from the CTs through the tunnel, so LDLC getting angry here.
Yeah, they still have that double stack there outside the double doors, and Dignitas, we're waiting for ages to see if there's a reaction from LDLC. There's nothing, but they're just going to go straight on in. Grenade taking down SmithZz right there on the bomb site, and Dignitas have an easy take here. But it's 1-for-1, so all the time in the world here for LDLC to make this work. They already get the first kill onto aizy. We will see shoxy making the flank here. Very big play could be coming in from him. Does take down dupreeh, and that is certainly going to make this retake hella easier. It does get traded though, and LDLC slowly working their way into the side, and that leaves just ZipNix now. Over at long with the Glock. This is going to be quite something here from ZipNix. Does take down NBK as the defuse it's actually coming in. He gets Messiah as well. Happy goes down, looking for the shot with the Glock. Oh, I can't quite. Oh, he gets it. ZipNix somehow makes that work with a Glock. That's like the.
That's the Glock.
You what, mate?
You what? Yeah, the Glock from that range. I think if it shoots him in the head, it wouldn't even kill him. I think they'd have to get 2 taps from that range if they got full health. But he manages to take out 3 with the Glock there. GLOCK, let's go. Round 1 to Dignitas, and we've got the CTs opting to push all around B and mid, and they are going to have 2 people facing them, and they've pushed low tunnel again.
Happy with a quick kill there onto dupreeh. That's certainly worrying here for Dignitas, who are trying to get something going in dark, but they are getting surrounded right now. And you can see that the double scouts coming in to play from shoxy and NBK, and FeTiSh with a nice little kill onto Happy there as he was still wandering around lower dark trying to get out of there. It looks like FeTiSh is going to be in a very good position here still to do a lot of work. He's got the position spotted of 1 player as his teammates do make their way up onto the A-bomb site. NBK with a nice shot there onto FeTiSh as we have those jump shots coming into play. shoxy going to get taken down. We'll have to see now if the Device can get anything more. Does have NBK over 1 shot. Some good damage there. That's certainly going to make life difficult for NBK, but still does have that scout. Just 1 shot there could do it, but it's not going to be the case. It will be the round for Dignitas. And we didn't really see all that much in the way of SMGs there, but maybe that's a story for another time.
Interesting you note that, actually, because the SMGs recently had, I think, a 20% buff against armored opponents.
I think it was it even more? Was it up to like 33%?
I think the increase overall was about 20%, but it was only 6% increase for the P90.
It's already too good. But yeah, we'll have to talk about that in more depth later on. I mean, the position here for Dignitas is obviously fantastic. They just decided to just get the AWP straight away onto FeTiSh. That was dirty there onto shoxy.
Sliced off the top of his head like it was trifle.
And
you fan of trifle, DDK?
I don't mind a trifle.
I love a trifle. Oh, we've got a James Bond gun. Not doing the work there for SmithZz as the T's will push the B-bomb site, and kioShiMa's going to face 3 versus 1. Not going to happen for him. We do see a massive spread here from the T's in the B area. We'll see if Happy can get the angle.
Oh dear, that's not looking good, is it? 1 HP for ZipNix. He's having the time of his life there in
NBK wants a knife fight, but not going to find it.
He could actually find a kill here or 2. They'll have to see if he's able to pick something up. It looks like they are congregating around this area. There's a bit of a convivial convergence there for Team Dignitas, just chilling outside of dark. And they are going to find NBK, putting some bullets in, but he's not going to find any of those weak players. And Dignitas will have a flawless round, so definitely building that bank. But LDLC, this is the time where they can change it all.
Now we have GoTV back, we can admire the cadavers of the last person to die. I miss that. You know, top-down view of the last guy to
recently deceased
mount an offense or defense.
Not much to be spotted there, it seems. And it's like a slow push here into long. A lot of grenades coming out. The counter flashes, though, providing a brilliant cover there for NBK to take himself too. And that is going to shut that play down. And now we have Team Dignitas with 3 players and not a lot of options.
Yeah, so I was wondering, if there was a change of tactics from LDLC here when we saw NBK go to mid in the pistol round, but he is back in his normal place in the pit, which you can often find him in on long. Sometimes he is sometimes he's above the pit where Steel likes to play.
What was he? But so he's like Bane from the latest Batman movie. He's in the pit all the time. He's as menacing as Bane. But, you've not seen that movie?
I have, yeah, but I mean the comparison of Bane to NBK,
you can't get behind that.
I can't agree with that one.
Well, they're also making their way up short. I mean, obviously Long was dramatically shut down. They tried already to create 1 opportunity from 1 player, but it's not quite going that way. And that's all you can really rely upon. FeTiSh could make a kill hit. Doesn't manage to get the snap onto kioShiMa there, so that play doesn't work out. And now, you know, it's Device just here like, well, if I can get some kills, that'd be nice, but it's going to be a flawless round from LDLC. Exactly what they needed. And we'll have to see now if they're going to continue this trend. But Team Dignitas, NBK is just too strong. The counter flash is just too good there on that long push. You reckon they'll be trying that again?
Well, important to note also here that SmithZz got a free AWP, so we're going to see the shenanigans begin. But I think they're familiar with it already. Went for the early shot, did FeTiSh, and he's still loitering, so he could go for another one here. He's going to go into suicide, and he's going to find SmithZz as well, so that's going to be SmithZz out for the rest of this round. And let's see. Yeah, the LDLC, they've been going for a 3-man push down long at the beginning of rounds to just make sure they get control of it. And then they 1-man, or sometimes 2, go back towards the A-bomb site or go elsewhere.
So they're trying to set up for this play on to B here. Looking for that pick. aizy will actually grab it. That's going to just allow them to go straight on in there off the back of that kill. In comes Happy, going to whiff the first shot. And now he must wait for reinforcements. And it is synchronizing up there. It does have shox on hand. NBK, though, is very far away. And they are going to go for the save. Certainly smart to keep these three weapons alive. LDLC getting caught out there just by some good individual plays from Dignitas, just moving in and getting those picks. Yeah,
it's interesting to watch NBK's play during those situations as well, and what the kind of general tactics are from LDLC. As they were completely in control of the B bomb site, and he was still by the long doors, just being very careful to see if someone was loitering. And there was a player in T spawn actually still, and just as he started to rotate towards B, NBK headed towards top mid. So definitely having to be wary of loiterers, and with good reason there.
I like the way they use the word loiterer. I think that is pretty nice. I can see you are appreciating GoTV to the max right there.
I'm loving me some GoTV right now. So we have SmithZz with another AWP. Let's see if he can get sweet revenge on FeTiSh, the fearless leader of Team Dignitas. So for those of you who don't know, Dignitas is with a small d unless you have team before it, and then it's a big D. Which, when I'm on production, I always spell it wrong and probably make OD very angry.
Today it's all about the big D, as we do see. So next, I think he's looking to make a peek at A long actually, and if he does manage to find a pick onto NBK there, in fact, he is smoked off at the moment. So this is really what they need to assess at the moment: is okay, where are the players standing for LDLC? Where are they all? And this is really going to inform them as to how to just run an attack into a bomb site of their choice. And there's the 1-on-1, and NBK barely survives with 19 points of health. So they know that there's one player at long, and perhaps if they can, if Device can make a pick here, that's going to actually allow them to make a play towards A. But they know that there's a 2-2 split here, so it's still a lot of round time to play with.
50 seconds in fact. Got Happy in no man's land at the moment, and he will get tagged from the tracer fire. So that's going to be a wrap for him, and that's going to force NBK's hand possibly. Again, we see these situations where NBK still holds long, so the retake has more options. But we're going to have a meeting of minds here in lower B, and kioShiMa is going to come out on top. Now the T's are running out of options here. NBK is going to go to top mid as A plat is taken by Team Dignitas, so they will get the bomb down here.
So it does look like a potentially favourable situation for LDLC if they combine forces as well, but of course Dignitas can always throw a wrench into the mix now. In comes Device looking for the shot. SmithZz the one to take him down. FeTiSh gets the return onto kioShiMa. NBK will get FeTiSh as well. That means that they are going to get this defuse, and minimal losses and an ult picked up as well. So certainly good times here for LDLC and Dignitas. I think they got caught with their pants down around their ankles a little bit there. They got pushed from dark. Maybe their push onto A was a little bit too slow, but it was nice of LDLC to be proactive too. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, they had to be careful with their push on A because they didn't know if NBK was still long or if he was going to head towards the site or go elsewhere. So you know, people trying not to get caught out here. And let's see where SmithZz goes. Got the trademark flashbang coming in, and he's not going to be challenged on this occasion. Let's see. FeTiSh is only playing with the CZ this round, so it looks like he's probably going for an AWP play in general on the T side at least of this map. Now again, we've got NBK playing in the kind of steel area, but a bit more of an aggressive angle, just getting his smoke out. Still likes to play by that wall so he can see the shadows of the T's as they come out and get the early advantage. And looks like we're going to see some creeping here.
kioShiMa is very close to the left of dupreeh here. This could be quite worrying. dupreeh, in he goes, so he gets the entry onto kioShiMa, gets shut down by SmithZz as he takes down dupreeh that AWP, and it's going to be Dignitas making their presence felt on that B bomb side. LDLC losing 2 men. And this is certainly going to be a plant situation on that B bomb site. We've already got a bit of a crossfire coming in here for Dignitas between FeTiSh and aizy. Good shot there onto aizy. Wow, there it is, Device with a quick double. very well played by Dignitas. And LDLC, we can see pretty troubling times. In fact, not just for them, but also for Dignitas on the money. No one's really happy right now.
This AWP is doing the rounds here. Now back on the T side, so that has that CZ buy has paid off for FeTiSh, and he will get his Zipnix's off, in fact. Going to fire some shots through the doors, and you've got 2 people down in long at the moment, but we have some fire coming in at B. Looks like the T's are going to rush it despite losing 2 men.
Nice pop flash there from SmithZz as he makes the peak. So much damage there befalling the Dignitas players, and that is going to be a very nice hold. The bomb is just cozy right there on the platform, and there is no way Dignitas is going to retrieve that. FeTiSh might just lose his life. He's trying to save that AWP, but he's got himself an NBK to worry about, pulling out the USP, but NBK not going to challenge for that one. They should try to take this down. They've got a lot of bodies to throw into this attack here onto FeTiSh, and FeTiSh is taking it carefully though.
Is the gun going to be exposed? Yes, it is. That's the first one down, but Happy does get the revenge kill, and that will be the AWP back once again with the I almost want to say Renegade Master, but with SmithZz.
I was thinking that, yeah, I was right in my head, and I can't believe you said it. You're a badass, James.
Okay, here comes the flash, and again, you can see some teams, they're studying SmithZz, they're adjusting to SmithZz. SmithZz not going for the flash this time, and it is going to be a fast B rush on here from the CT side. T side, sorry, obviously.
kioShiMa might not know this, but it could be his time to make some frag reels here. But actually, SmithZz is really close on mid with that AWP. He could probably look towards lower dark. He might just be looking to do that. Let's get spotted there. You can see he took a little bit of damage, so he's going to fall back. And that's pretty smart. But they haven't reinforced the B site just yet. And kioShiMa is going to see 4 players flooding straight on in. In come the frags, so in come the grenades. And this should be an easy cleanup here for LDLC, as we do see SmithZz finally getting taken down, but it is relatively clean otherwise here for the French side LDLC. And NBK's had a mag for a very long time, by the way.
I love a good mag 7. Let's see how he plays the mag 7 actually on long. In desperate times, the mag 7 can be quite useful in long actually. If you can get by the wall, by the double doors, then if you're standing close, just kind of on the corner near the barrel, you can get to you'll avoid most of the flashbangs that come in initially. This position exactly, you'll avoid most flashes that get thrown over the wall. I don't think he's going to get any aggressive action just yet, so maybe we'll come back to it. Although, oh, the TNT does go down.
And they're actually going to be trying to just peek out of middle just to see if, what's going on there as well. And I'm going to see dupreeh's that man, and not much spotted. It's just about information right now. And they can see that mid's pretty empty. Does get the shot there onto kioShiMa, peeking out. And dupreeh going to allow his team to get out onto that B site. There comes the B split, but they're getting shut down by SmithZz, who's there on the angle with the AWP, not letting go of it. And we'll have to see if he's able to continue this, as they do surround him somewhat. Does fall back into CT spawn. aizy on the site now, and the bomb is being ferried in there, so they are going to be able to get the plant. So what can they do now with the CZ, with the Galil left? It's going to be very tough. FeTiSh might just find him something quite creative there with that CZ. I think he's trying to, he's just playing behind the door there. As shoxy comes in from the back, and this is going to engage the push now as they do synchronize up. FeTiSh though, great one-on-one there. That's perfect there from FeTiSh, and he gets the second one. shoxy goes down, and the round goes to Team Dignitas, and it was just great play there from Dignitas.
Great timing on the re-peak there from FeTiSh to win the round. It is 4-6 to Team Dignitas right now on the T side. And let's have a look at the kills here. We have, again, fairly even spread on the LDLC side. NBK currently topping the leaderboard with that extra assist over Happy. And on the T side, we have FeTiSh, who's been putting in some work with the AWP. And he is on top with 9 kills. Zipnix matching him there. And aizy with 3 kills at the moment, but they are 2 rounds ahead. So let's see how they go into the next round. It looks like I'm possibly going to see an eco here from LDLC. SmithZz with only $1,800, and they're probably going to want him to get the AWP going. They have got teammates who could buy for him, but then 1 or 2 players are going to be short, so I think they're going to go for the...
I think it's going to be a buy.
You think so? If you're just holding out?
Yeah, because they got 2 guys on
Hollywooding during the pause. Indeed they are. They are going to throw the AWP over to SmithZz and whip out the FAMAS. And it's going to be NBK playing close range, probably on long with that CZ.
It makes a lot of sense. He's been doing that all game so far, and it's been pretty effective. I mean, okay, maybe not the best of scorelines ever for LDLC. They are behind by 2, but what they're doing has been working. You can see how tight it is for both teams on the money, and I have to see if he decides to get aggressive with this or whether he just sticks to playing passively. So far already, 2 big tags going on to LDLC, SmithZz and kioShiMa, down to 18 and 19 health respectively. Not dead, but still very weak, and got to be careful now. So we see Happy on the mid angle.
dupreeh got dinked through the smoke, and the nade finished him off, so that's going to be a man down for the Dignitas side. But the revenge nade's going to come in, and that's going to be 4-4 right now.
That was glorious. I love it. And Happy might be able to secure a short push from a teammate, but there's no one up there. So Happy's in a position where he can't really combine with anybody, but it does seem to be the case that he does have himself reinforcements in shox, so they might decide to have a quick reaction here. But it looks like the B split is actually going to be coming in. Happy does find himself a kill on the FeTiSh. That drops the bomb now. They have the bomb, but he will get taken down as they go for the retrieval. And in comes NBK. They're easily discarded by Xyp9x as Team Dignitas will slowly make their way up, or rather rapidly, I suppose, make their way up onto that site. shox, though, in position. Nice tag, but still not the frag. See if he can do it with try number 2. shox still going for it with M4. Unfortunately, he's a bit too slow, and SmithZz is going to come in now from short with 18 health. They don't have any. They have 1 HE, and that could be the end of him. So he's got to be careful here. I think that would be the 3rd player to get fragged by an HE in this round, on separate occasions, which is quite rare.
Indeed it is, but he is going to try and save this, and I don't think they're going to challenge because he does have all the range in the world right now. 18 HP, going to sit on the scaffolding, and it's a nice sticker there on his AWP. I have a llama on my AWP.
You have a llama?
Yeah, I have the llama cannon sticker.
I didn't know that even existed, but that sounds quite cool.
It's pretty cool.
I want it.
I have my original AWP, and I renamed it Old School, and I put that sticker on it.
Can I have it?
No. I couldn't give it to you if I wanted to, because it's the original.
Yeah,
I can't trade it. But hey, you can put a llama sticker on yours, and you can be like me.
I don't know. I want your one.
Nope.
I don't want to just be the. I don't want to just be a copy.
Well, you want to scam me for my account now, do you?
All right. Well, we're going to see in this round, SmithZz picking up that AWP, and the rest of his teammates going for the investment into the pistols. So interesting stuff here. A little bit Epsilon-like, as we do see Happy's lower dark push not quite going his way.
They've left long entirely for this eco, and there's 3 people pushing eco pushing long right now. So how about that for timing?
aizy does take down NBK there. A bit aggressive up middle. They have the players, the bodies behind this push, but it's not the firepower that they need. aizy going to drop them both. And SmithZz can still do some damage though, but smoke's everywhere. What is a man with an AWP to do when there's smoke surrounding you?
He could emerge from his smoke and get shot by Xyp9x, but Xyp9x might have a knife out or a nade.
That flash was perfect, and SmithZz goes back. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, and SmithZz with number 2. Great stuff there, like a ninja, out of the smoke, undetected, snapping their necks. And we're going to see SmithZz now retreating to this B site. Xyp9x wants to fancy his chances against SmithZz. And SmithZz does whiff the shot, so maybe Xyp9x will get one more opportunity. In they come now, surrounding him. SmithZz got to be careful. Oh, he missed the shot, but he's going to live.
That would have been a massive kill if he had taken that AWP. I don't think the teammate would have had time. Well, he wouldn't have had time to retrieve it either, so that would have been very expensive at Dignitas. But they can see the danger that SmithZz possesses, which is why they were going hell for leather to take him out there. We are going to see, again, we've got the 2.5-man push down long, and we've got early action in B here from the T's. And we've still got FeTiSh looking down mid with his AWP, going to start rotating now. And you can see Happy have taken more defensive actions in CT spawn area, following the early pushes straight through mid from Team Dignitas. Obviously, a lot of professional teams just disregard mid at the beginning of rounds, and now you can see the meta game changing where T sides are abusing that fact.
So they're ready to actually put a full frontal attack here into NBK on that long position. I think it's FeTiSh who's ready with that smoke onto the angle, and in they go. NBK tossing out that flash from the pit. Smokes are down. In goes the angle for NBK. Gets one. Still more bodies behind there though, over at the long house. NBK scanning carefully for them. There's number 2, but he does get the best of the Frenchman, but there is Happy for support to keep the position safe. As they do make their way out to middle, this is basically the B play for them, literally, as we have kioShiMa getting taken down by aizy, and now SmithZz, if he can hold on to this, that should be game over here for Dignitas in this round. Great shot there, connecting to aizy. There's one more, though. But here comes the reinforcements. SmithZz looks fine in this position. shoxy there for the backup, and LDLC. Great team play in that round, and they will lock it down.
Great team play indeed. You could see when NBK saw how many people were in the A long area. He took out one of them. There were 2 remaining. He waited for his teammate Happy to pull up and kind of cover the angle. So if they tried to push NBK in the pit, Happy would have been able to engage. So that was good play there. And you saw the same thing happen there with support for SmithZz in the B bomb site. So great play all round from LDLC to hold in that round. And we've got 2 fast picks on long here from FeTiSh, so he's not having any of it right now.
Oh, number 3. And this is looking all too easy for the Danes as they storm the A bomb site now off the back of the kills. The triple from FeTiSh. And let's have a look and see if there's any resistance to be found here. LDLC. They do have kioShiMa over by the crossover. Does get taken down by Xyp9x. And SmithZz alone once again over at the B bomb site. Not much love to be found in this round for him, as he is just going to sit back and try to defend.
I expect that smoke might be pushed, actually, because he's probably... They're going to know he's facing the other way, and aizy does push that smoke and take him out from behind, back of the head, and dead.
Back of the head and dead.
Double AWP here for Dignitas in this last round of the first half. It is 9-5 Dignitas. Good start for them, and the pause will come in. So, yeah, we're paused.
Yeah, we are.
Indeed we are.
We are paused. So, 9-5 is kind of a crazy scoreline, considering that if you didn't show me the scoreline, I wouldn't say that it was 9-5. A lot of these rounds look a lot closer, and both teams have been struggling for economy a lot. I mean, there's been loads of damage that LDLC are doing in the rounds that they're losing. And Dignitas, I don't know, man. Every time, because LDLC have often found these rounds where they do get the opening kills, or like the opening defensive kills on, like, let's say, we've seen it on long happen a few times, where NBK gets the first 2 kills. But then, like, the entry fragging potential from the main fraggers here of Dignitas, they just bust open other areas of the map. Like, they're like, okay, we've got 3 guys left, let's go for an opportunity, let's create something, and they do it. They create something from nothing, and they're just winning rounds. It's nice. Yeah,
they've had a lot of, as we said before, they've had a lot of good fortune in just walking through mid as well. Just no nades, because again, if you look at games of Dust 2, especially, well, just generally speaking, you may see early peaks and so on, like you see SmithZz peaking mid early on. But after that, he may rotate up to B or somewhere else. And yeah, generally, quite often you'll find that the mid is left alone at the first kind of 40 seconds. So at least what 2-3 times they just had 2-3 people just walk through. They basically went mid to B. Took out the guy. It was a snap to take out the guy who was close. If you see the CT who's playing by the wall facing B, it's because they bounce the flashbangs off. Well, firstly, it's to stop them getting flashed. But if they see nades coming through, then they flashbang off the wall, which is basically a pop flash. And you could see one guy was taken out when they did that. So it's good counterplay there by LDLC, but great abuse of those facts and kind of historical play by Dignitas as well.
Yeah, and it's really interesting, because I think one of the things they're looking for as well when they're pushing the mid, because sometimes you want to put one player through there, especially if you've got 5 alive still as a tease. You can often just sacrifice one guy. It's totally fine to do that, because you can still go in to an attack with an advantage. It's not like the CT dynamic. So they often have like someone like aizy or maybe I think it was dupreeh many times moving out mid just to look, to see what's going on. If you can get out there, why not? And if you can get out there without a pop flash, without announcing presence, then why not? And what they're looking for, I think, sometimes is that crossfire setup at spawn and from the B side, because that's really hard to attack properly. And what they've been seeing is, because usually, well, to backtrack a little bit, usually like one of the standard ways to play the map is you've got your AWPer at the start of the round who goes to middle and is like looking up middle with the AWP, gets smoked off. It looks like they're working on a stand-in, so I'll finish the point. And so it looks like Xyp9x is receiving some nasty DDoS action.
Love a bit of DDoS here at FACEIT. Not really. Carry on your point.
So I'll continue the point. All right, so you got your AWPer, just sitting on middle, And as soon as he gets smoked off, he's useless. There's not much for him to do. So usually the AWP will go back to A and take an angle, whether it's on short or whether it's on long, whether it's just on the site. Depends on the kind of setup the team is running. But you switch him with a rifler, because the rifle is more dynamic, can move more freely, and so on and so forth, and is less at risk to like a brute force rush, like a B split. So that's usually the setup. So then you get this crossfire between the guys on B if you're playing 2-man setup on B. So this is what they're looking for, and they're not actually seeing that, and so they get so far out, and then there's this opportunity. And does a guy peek? If he peeks, take the duel. If he duels, if they do the duel and you get the frag, then boom, you have a big entry point for middle, and they always have the bodies around short and middle, so they can just react. So they've been doing that play like really effectively, and LDLC have been kind of suffering on the retakes. I don't think we've seen like more than have we seen any successful B retakes? We've seen a lot of successful B holds.
I think maybe one, but I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you.
But yeah, I really like the entry fagging potential from Dignitas and their ability to just snap off an opportunity just like really fast. That's like looking really solid for them. But 9-5. Anything you want to add, James, before we hit up a quick break, whilst the players resolve the issue? Okay. All right, so SmithZz is back. So
okay, so I just wanted to say I always like watching the CT side of LDLC on Dust 2 because I like to watch how NBK and the whole team play long, basically, and how he plays long when they lose the A sites. Because often some people will feel like, okay, they're losing the A site, so the guy long has to run back to the site. But that's not always the case, because if the people, say, on the site are dying, and then you send the other guy to go die versus, he's outnumbered and so on, then the retake's basically impossible, you lose the round. But if he manages to hold long, then the retake is still possible, depending on how many players you have left on the CT side. And it makes it very difficult for them to plant the bomb in an abusable position. For example, if the T's have long, they can plant the bomb for long, and you saw what Xyp9x did in the pits when he took out 3 people with a Glock while they were trying to defuse the bomb, because they were completely exposed to long. But if you hold long as a CT, then you avoid that situation. But also it does make it, you can have that 2- or 3-pronged attack, which makes it easier to do the retake. So how they play long as a team, and how they use that player there when they lose the site and when they are facing attacks from various points. Also when they're facing attacks from long and you see Happy comes in to basically create that crossfire. So if they go for NBK, he gets the angle on them first. And those kind of things is always really interesting to see. I
do like, actually, this decision that's been quite conscious. There's been many rounds where NBK could have bought like a better weapon than a Mag 7.
Yeah.
There's many rounds where he could have done that. Obviously, you earn like quite a lot of money from killing people with that weapon, which is cool. But is it really viable? And like James was saying when we were casting the match, like, there are some like really sick positions for it, and you just need a little help to get into those positions. And as you said, Happy's providing that. So actually, it becomes this interesting situation, because if they do like hit A, NBK can probably get a weapon. Like he can probably get a kill and get a weapon. And if that's not the case, then they've got 2 guys on long, and they can kind of just like sack A and then go for the retake and maybe even get NBK a weapon. So it's actually quite a cool idea from them. And we're going to go live into the match. So time successfully murdered. Some good stuff there.
Okay, so it is going to be the last round for LDLC, and they've got shoxy. With the M4, so they've put the rifle on the sickest player with rifles on their team, and the rest of them will have pistols. And we've got 3 people loitering around the B bomb sites at the moment, and NBK is taking up a varying position with the 5-7. So you can see that smoke he throws down there. Basically, he puts that smoke down, then throws the flashbang behind the smoke. So if they choose to peek, they don't see the flash because it's hidden behind the smoke, and that does allow him to get into the aggressive position he needs. And again, we see the T's being naughty around mid and teasing a push once again. They may go for the smoke off the wall into CT spawn, but no, they're going to push short, in fact.
2 AWPs might be a little bit awkward if LDLC were to try something nasty, but looks like they're going to spot Device's AWP. Great pop flash, but aizy does take him out there. Good stuff from Dignitas. At least get 1 kill, but that's a weapon there for SmithZz. As they do fall back, Dignitas make their way. Now back to short, as they have NBK for LDLC. Might just be able to get a kill, get a quick weapon. He does it. Doesn't even lose any health. shoxy going to fall down now. This is looking fantastic here for LDLC, stopping players on every entry point onto that A bomb site. As LDLC now readying themselves up to just end this round right now. NBK making his way up to crossover, but it's going to be taken down by Device. Good stuff here coming in from Dignitas. There's FeTiSh with a key kill. Got one play, he knows SmithZz is coming. And oh, can you believe it? The stray bullet right at the end of the burst coming out, finding his head. And looks like we do have another pause coming up. And
well, while we have a pause here, one thing I forgot to say was when we hit 100k on the stream, we gave away this knife to a chap called Daniel M20. Now, he has not responded, and we gave him a deadline of this broadcast going live. And since he hasn't responded, at some point this knife is going to go back into the ether, into you guys. It will be raffled off, open to all of you, but ideally, first, we want to give away these two knives. We've got so many knives to give away, DDK. This is ridiculous.
I know you're going crazy.
Right, so once again, while we've got some time to kill here, this will be, we are going to give away 2 knives when we hit 150,000 followers. Maybe production could let us know what we're at the moment. This will be one of them. This is a flip knife fade, factory new. It's like a sharp lollipop. I wouldn't advise putting it in your mouth. So we have 135,000 at the moment, so we're 15,000 away from giving this one away, and we will also be giving this one as well. So double knife giveaway because we're just that sick here at FACEIT. And
what about the Horn of Unicorn? Is that up for giveaway?
Triple knife giveaway. I don't want to tease, guys. That's my knife. And again, we do also have a butterfly knife. To be in with a chance of winning this lovely blade, all you need to do is play a pug on FACEIT.com before the end of the league. That's it. It'll be given away to someone randomly who has played a pug on there. We will announce it on the usual social media channels. So that's 4 knives we're giving away here at FACEIT. But I would like to give these 2 away today if possible. But that's down to you guys. This one, we'll work out what the best thing to do is, and then we'll announce that. I think we might give this away on a North American stream, actually. We still have 1 match to go there. Okay, so we have a sub coming in for Zipnix. Apparently 3K2, which doesn't really ring a bell with me. Does that ring a bell with you?
It rings a bell, but I can't.
Do you have any bells that ring, DDK? Oh, he's one of the original members of this team, apparently.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen him, but it's not for been for ages. Ages and ages and ages.
I guess that was before they were Dignitas as well.
Perhaps.
Maybe. Well, it looks like we are live here. Okay, so it is 9-6 in favour of Dignitas, and they have an old friend stepping in for Zipnix. Zipnix, who has been
one of the
has
OGs.
got the finger poke of doom off the intertubes. So we will see him on another day.
Well, Dignitas, they do have a decent lead here. They played a fantastic T-half, but now LDLC. Oh, he's actually their coach currently. So, right, that's actually very interesting. Either way, let's get back into this round now. As going to have an errant grenade tossed in there to Dark. Doesn't connect with too much. And LDLC are readying themselves up for a very nice play towards this B site. That bomb is just dropped there in the upper dark area. NBK looking for a bit of a bit of damage. Does find it. He's going to get returned, though, by dupreeh. Does take him down. And this is quite interesting that LDLC didn't decide to try to commit more players in behind NBK to at least get the trade, but they got a lot of damage and information.
Looks like LDLC ran through the tunnels to give the impression that they were going to the A-bomb site, but in fact they have walked back, and while they have a flashbang out, it's going to be a quick peek here through the smoke, but he's going to get out there with his life. dupreeh with that meaty nade going to get SmithZz down to 24 HP, and that's going to be an easy frag. And a second one in B tunnels. That's a bomb in control as well, and it's going to be Happy and shoxy versus 3.
shox will get that grab on the bomb. Happy with a frag there. Have to see if he's able to stay alive. He's got 2 players to face up against. It's going to be Device who does make the kill. As we do have shox there, alone on the site. And if there's a man that can, it is certainly shox in this situation. That bomb ticking away. No armor to speak of. Finds himself some heads. There it is. They make their way onto the site. FeTiSh and Device going to get themselves the kill. And that is going to be the round there for Dignitas. But it was a plan for LDLC. So they are certainly not too unhappy about that.
That angle behind the red box over the double stack looking at the window was quite nice by shoxy, actually. And I'm definitely going to steal that one on the FACEIT pugs, because that's the one angle I haven't taken before. But that does give him maximum cover from both angles while he can try and pop ahead as they come through. So good play there by shoxy. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take the round.
So we'll have to see now how this defense comes in. We see a full investment from LDLC. This is something that they do on cash as well, which I absolutely love. They get the bomb down, and the players to get that bomb down, and then they can go for a round where they even have an advantage with the CZs and the grenades and the armor and stuff going into these pushes, these set plays against the CT side. And it looks like they're going to go for a set play towards this A bomb site. I know. And we'll have to see now whether or not the defense can be strong here from Team Dignitas. They are playing very passively, as they should, but this split is soon to come in now. 4 players up short. In they go. Vice there behind Graffiti in a very precarious position as all these players of CZs running onto his position. There's a quick 2 though, and he is still alive and kicking. There is number 3 from Device, as it is a completely crushed rush there from LDLC. And unfortunately for them, it's a big investment and no return.
So let's see what the LDLC decision is in this round now. We are seeing a CZ from Happy. I'm interested to see if there's going to be any other purchases here. It looks like there's going to be 4 Glocks Happy with a flashbag and a CZ, putting them on kind of average money between $20 to $2,400. Looks like we are going to see the long push here. I'll wait for that first nade, which isn't going to do any damage, and we'll see how this goes. Looks like the CT side are ready for this push. Coming in dribs and drabs from LDLC, making sure they don't do a funnel push where they all get taken out together, but it is an eco, and they'll get taken out anyway. shoxy taking out 1, taking out FeTiSh with that headshot, but so that's going to be his CZ paying for itself, if he had one. But now we are into the buy round. 5 AKs for LDLC. They've got full armor, nades, all the jazz. So let's see how the Team Dignitas can hold here with 3 M4s and 2 FAMASs.
LDLC need to win this round. They just need to. I mean, Dignitas getting a lot of clean rounds, and there's 12 to 6. And if LDLC can't stop their economy from rolling at this point, they're going to be in for some really huge issues. So there is, I think, the smoke there onto the corner. That's going to threaten, create a lot of threat towards the A split or the A long take. And there is the smoke down the middle as well. So LDLC could go for the B split off of this threat towards A.
Look how aggressive FeTiSh is in comparison to NBK in the long hold. But FeTiSh, he got naded down to 46 HP before anything even happened down there. And that is going to force a rotate here from the stand-in. And we are going to see the mid-push now, LDLC returning the favour to Dignitas.
Oh, this is absolutely perfect. They have 3TK just stuck on the pit on long, and dupreeh now able to easily grab 2 kills, as they were quite flash good. Flashing action there from Team Dignitas as the bomb goes down. That's going to be a device that finds Happy. And there is NBK there on the plateau behind the big box. And this is a 2-on-3 for LDLC. They absolutely need this one, or at least to do a huge amount of damage. NBK does take down 3TK. There is the second player to fall. NBK now, last man standing against Device. There is some time still for him if he can find the head of NBK. Let's have a look. NBK going to be able to get himself to kill the round, and they're going to start working away at that money that Dignitas have. You can see it's getting way out of control.
That's a nice smoke from Dignitas. They bounced it a little bit in front of those double doors there on B, so they could have some more maneuverability. It allows them to face into the site first and then possibly face towards car if needed. And it just gives some doubt as well. Some teasing there from the LDLC team, running around, grabbing the bomb and throwing it out the way. So trying to confuse Team Dignitas as to which way they're going in the initial stages of this round. And once again, we have this aggressive positioning here from FeTiSh. This time not going to get naded down to 46 HP, as we do have Dignitas stacking up towards the mid area.
Still readying themselves for this push. A lot of bullets going into those doors. And we'll have to see now if LDLC are able to make the same picks that Dignitas, or the entries that Dignitas were able to find. And here we go in. They go. SmithZz with kill number 1 onto dupreeh. aizy peeking out from the box. Going to drop a quick 2, and that might just be enough to help this retake go in the favour of Dignitas as they march their way in. But look at the rotation time. It is enormous. Plenty of time for the plant. Plenty of time for the after plant positions. And LDLC get to wait. Now, just wait. Now they have their positions. It's all on Dignitas to make the attack. In goes the flash over the top. 3TK in now from the upper dark. Does get taken down by shoxy. 2 frags for LDLC. It's the 1-on-1, and it's going to go the way of Device. Great stuff there as he does get that defuse. And I should have... Oh, he doesn't have a kit. He does have time, though.
I don't think he does.
Oh, he doesn't? That would have been pretty close. Can you even survive in the corner there?
I don't think so.
I don't know if I'm pretty sure you can't.
It was too late really to kind of go for that decision, but I don't think he was going to make it in fairness. So unfortunate for Dignitas, and that will bring LDLC a step closer to tying this up. Will force Dignitas onto the eco as well. We've got FeTiSh with the CZ. The smoke's gone out already, so possibly smoking mid. Yeah, you can see the smoke mid there.
Comes a short push though.
aizy with the Dig. dupreeh with the Victoria's Secret. Tiger Skin Gun.
So very tentative. They are in a great position.
Wow, look at the positioning from LDLC though. Look at that. They're all kind of NBK with that.
Up,
NBK's got a really smart play there. Outside B. I like to hold that angle, but I face the other direction, to the right rather than the left. It's oh so quiet. I feel like a Bjork song's coming along.
There are the first peaks though. We get the trades, and it's going the way of Dignitas thus far. This is looking quite good for the Danes. FeTiSh able to get himself an AK-47. Certainly going to help. But he is over towards B, so that's not much use for Dignitas right now. As in comes SmithZz, does take down 3-2K straight away. As happy. Just going to wrap around from long. Does get some bullets in there, but no frags found just yet. There's their head. And aizy cut clean off by the CZ. In they go. Just happy left. This CZ's running out of bullets. No bullets. Has to go for the knife. He gets the knife. Picks up the AK-47. And it gets FeTiSh as well. It's almost too easy for Happy. And that's going to be the round saved for LDLC. 9-12.
What happened at the end of that round? Did he not see him, or was it reload? Or
it was reload. It was very much reload.
Whatever that was, it was painful. That was a butterfly knife, and you too could win one on FaceIT.
I knew you were going to do that.
Boom. 12-9 to Dignitas here. LDLC now with the AWP on SmithZz. Going to be looking down mid. I'm going to see nades coming through, but no one peeking this angle just yet. And we've got the similar setup on long to the way LDLC do it. Got the extra man coming in and leaving FeTiSh to his own devices. kioShiMa is going to take down first player. As we do have a tease towards A, but they are going to retract towards mid. aizy is going to hear them. Not sure. He's going to retreat back.
Yeah, it's smart to go back there, and I mean, he needs to try to have team play setups available. They're a man down. If he's caught out there in mid, it's basically over for Device who's sitting in B with him. And
that angle. Another
pick towards short. They know the A play is good right now. They know it's good, and they're going to go for it.
Do you think shoxy held that specific angle because the CT would possibly look down next to the stairs first, and he would see their gun?
It's quite possible.
That is the question, DDK.
Well, maybe we can find out later, but Dignitas are definitely in a very bad position here. We do have already the first man to fall, as Dignitas might just get in trouble in the upper dark area as well. NBK gets a kill, and aizy might just be able to be... Nope.
You don't want to get caught with your knife out.
You don't.
Unless you're going to knife someone like Happy did.
Yes.
Then it's okay. SmithZz still retains the AWP for this round. NBK on a little bit short on money. He's going to have a teammate drop an AK for him so he can buy up those nades. And we are going to see another eco here from Team Dignitas, who should be in a position to make some kind of buy in the next round. We're going to have two people with aggressive positions here in mid, and that is a chunky nade, which is going to put them both on 52%. Ooh, the molly's coming in as well. Just the kitchen sink's going to go through those doors soon.
Already a quick pick there. I mean, the aggression from Dignitas in with those pistols going to receive the brutal end of NBK's AK-47. As we do see LDLC once again with their very passive setup, which is supposed to catch those kinds of movements, and it's working for them so far.
Yeah,
another one.
I'm liking this positioning here on these eco rounds. This is something we haven't seen that much previously, at least on Dust 2. This kind of specific positioning with 3 people in mid, 1 in suicide. But we are going to have FeTiSh on short with the CZ. But he's not going to be able to stand up against those AKs. And that is going to be a clean sweep here for LDLC. Happy surviving with 30 HP, NBK with 50, but no deaths here. And LDLC 1 round away now from tying this up. We do see the buy coming out from Team Dignitas as their purchase heads towards the 30,000 mark. So this is going to be an expensive round that they are going to want to win.
The AWP for them making its way towards long. This could be a good timing pick. Oh, just moves forward as that flash goes off in his face. Gonna go for the reface, so aggressive, gets the kill there. And there's number 2. It's gonna be Device with a double at the start of the round, and now LDLC. What is left to do? Got to create an opportunity, got to create a play. In goes NBK, they're just spotting from mid, but there is FeTiSh gonna get himself an easy one through the smoke. And shox and kioShiMa now need to come up with something great.
Well, let's see who wins this Metal Gear Solid standoff. It is going to be kioShiMa, but it is a 2 versus 4 here, and kioShiMa's only got 10 HP, but that's going to open up A for them. Only this chap here remaining to kind of save the day. However, Dignitas do have control of the all-important bomb, so the rest of this round is going to be very hard indeed for LDLC. They're going to need to pop those heads and pop them fast.
But
pop
it's
them first.
Coming into play. There's 35 seconds left on the clock, and shox's looking for that angle. And there it is to be found by dupreeh, but he can't close. It's going to be shox who gets the shot there. And in comes kioShiMa. Desperately low on hit points, but they do get themselves the bomb.
Could they do this? Could they actually do this?
20 seconds left now, and there's going to be a big problem. And its name is 32K here, behind Graffiti, waiting patiently. And they have to go straight for the plant. He's got the bomb in his hands. All too easy there for 32K. Well positioned, well played. And that's the round shut down for LDLC in the last moments. But they almost, they came close to saving that.
It was a valiant effort towards the end there, but time was against them, and they approached the bomb site with the bomb in open arms, and they were greeted with bullets and cold steel. And it's going to be SmithZz back on the AWP, going to be standing just loud and proud on top of the little ridge there, but not going to find anyone just yet. Now we've got 2 people, aggressive positioning here. We've got support for the AWP basically. If he misses a shot, he can run back and get support from FeTiSh, who will cover the angle here as Happy tries to get the trade frag. So great play there, good support there for the AWP. And there's going to be a trade through mid. shox taking out dupreeh and aizy getting revenge. And again, LDLC in trouble here.
So they were trying to get the plays going towards B, but getting picked off here and there and everywhere. And goes kioShiMa, finds himself one over towards middle. And that does put it to a 2-on-3, so it does make it a doable round with a minute left to play with, but there's a slight gap in the smoke that Device might just use, but looks like he will back away from the angle. aizy now going to be put to the test, and he will fail. Big F for aizy there, as we do have Happy and kioShiMa getting themselves the plant, getting themselves the position. Dignitas with a somewhat awkward retake here. Which can make a difference though, if you can get that one-on-one going in upper dark. LDLC good positions here are all spotted there. kioShiMa takes down Device, looking the wrong way, almost spraying down his teammate, gets FeTiSh through him, and that's going to be another round for LDLC. This is going down to the wire.
Yeah, lots of small things that people like you and I, DDK, never do. Like on the B bomb site, on the boxes next to the window, just jumping over the top of the wall to get a quick peek without exposing your entire body to see what's going on and who's approaching. These little things could make a big difference to people's games, and we are going to have an early push here. shox is going to try and get an early frag, but kioShiMa is going to steal it from him. aizy goes down, dupreeh goes down, 3 people left on this eco. They're all going to be pushing long together, and they're going to have SmithZz waiting for them. If they get the numbers, they could take him out here. Can't shoot them all at once with AWP unless they do a conga line. And he's going to fall to the 3 of Dignitas. That is going to be an expensive death for LDLC.
NBK is coming in from the side, but he's going to actually miss all those players who are all charging down one, and it's going to be SmithZz who has died, but Happy will survive. Happy's still alive. Kicking, here comes the orb, but there it goes. So 13-13, and things are certainly looking quite up here for LDLC. You have quite the bank to fall back on.
I think they had 2 decisions there when they had that AWP versus so many players. Either try and get some economical damage in and cost them their weapons and so on, or just throw the AWP over a wall, so they have to rebuy it. And
if you kill one player, even if he's got an AK, you're removing about 5k. So
yep,
so
same either way. Yeah.
Unless you think you can't get any kills, I guess. But I have to see now. Oh, I love that little flash there from shox. Do you see them making their way
FeTiSh is changing up his positions now almost every round on long. Just keeping his tactics unexpected there. Generally, you saw NBK in pit or by the wall to the left, but he wasn't as challenged as FeTiSh has been during this match.
Losing out to the AK-47 there. LDLC make their way into long. It is now their territory. As we have Dignitas falling all the way back onto the site. The rotation coming in full. They can now leave a player there or two, or just abandon it completely. But they have forced a reaction here from Dignitas. How well they read it is really up to them and what they do with it. In comes shox there, does catch dupreeh on the rotation. And we can see they're making their way towards B right now, so this is a great reaction. Dignitas, perhaps they have overreacted right now. They're all on the A bomb site. The bomb makes its way over to B. aizy does get a kill on NBK, but that was the point. He was supposed to be there. He was supposed to delay them, and now they've been played for the fools as they are going to go for this save.
So it's going to be 14-13 in favor of Team LDLC, and you can see the money on Dignitas and why they're saving these weapons. If they can save 3 weapons, then that's going to be something indefinitely. That's going to be an achievable round the next round, so they will be looking to win the next round should they be able to save all 3 weapons here. We've got Happy just setting up for the aggression. They know they're on the B bomb site somewhere. His teammates are flashing him in. Going to be hunting. It's time to feed the animals here as LDLC trying to find these players and take them down. But 2 of them are going to get slaughtered here. And we may see some upgrades in guns. They're all going to go down, so we're going to see a FAMAS drop for an AK, I think. Ooh, hold on a second. Ah, he threw his FAMAS down to pick up an AK, but didn't get to the AK in time, which meant he's had to buy another FAMAS.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. Everybody's had it happen to them.
The worst one is when you press E twice really fast and it just drops both weapons on the floor.
Yeah, that's good. that's the stuff.
Yeah, but that's not what he wanted, Jim.
Looks like actually shox is moving out towards the peak on the middle doors. They're just seeing again what is going on. Smoked off now, so they're gonna make their way up to short. This is the default play here. They've got options for everything. They got NBK on the back here. aizy might just run into him, and look at that. Inspired by Get Right, NBK putting in the work there into aizy, taking them down, and that's going to force a very strange situation for Dignitas now. Do they hold the players on A, or do they split 2 apiece? Should mean that LDLC will wait a little bit, but shox is actually going to go in for a quick peek on A at the moment.
Seen the gun.
Find himself ahead. Nothing just yet, though. Has a forward position, however, and his teammates are soon behind him. NBK getting another kill on the flank. Great stuff there from NBK in this round with already 2 frags, and that's them leaving shox pushed up on the A bomb site. This is fantastic. Now they're going to go for the B play. Once again, LDLC outmaneuvering the Danes as shox is causing all kinds of problems, and they have the same situation. They have to go and save these weapons. What can they do when the bomb is being planted so far away?
Yeah, again, this is a difficult position, and you could see with all the action on shorts again, a long was held by FeTiSh for the longest time there, but he did only have the CZ, so he had to kind of exploit the range of that, which is not as long as he would have liked, I'm sure. But they are going to be hunted once again here by LDLC, who are not going to want them to take weapons into the next round, and they are going to be seeking revenge after LDLC got slaughtered by Dignitas towards the end of that round. They're going to want to make things even here, and NBK may get caught out. If he looks the wrong way, indeed he will, and FeTiSh will probably save an AK here.
I love that had to be a mid-round call from them. I don't know if they said, okay, shox, you go to that position, we'll try to win you that position, and then you stay there and we go hit the B play. I think that was a completely dynamic round by LDLC, just displaying fantastic mid-round calls. And shox, he is the current caller, but NBK also is very vocal and a communicative member of the team. You can see how damaging he is. And we're going to see the B push coming in just straight up now, but dupreeh on the angle does get flashed away. And that is a lot of damage missed out upon. Gets absolutely nothing. In comes the fire. And it's 3 players left for Dignitas, but the site has been cleaned of all the CT players as LDLC get themselves even more kills still. And the bomb does go down. Another hopeless round here for Team Dignitas, as this has all been about LDLC in the second half of Dust 2 in this clash between these 2 teams.
Yeah, I think they were just out-strategized there by LDLC, who are climbing towards the top of the kind of strategy leaderboard here, because we're seeing, we're seeing that the teams with the stronger strategies are basically coming out on top these days. It's not, aim is not enough. And LDLC are one of the guys who've been having the strongest strats. We've seen him on Cash, how happy executes those smoke Molotov situations with flashbangs as well. Now we're seeing it with great decision-making here from the team overall on Dust 2.
Yeah, I just loved the rounds where they just outmaneuvered Dignitas. They forced the reaction, played off of it, or they created a situation where they knew very strongly that Dignitas would have to react in this way, then they counter that reaction in the most severe of fashions. And they did that not only once, but twice. And we're starting to really see, as this team develops, the role that NBK plays for them, because they've been switching things up a lot. They've been switching around callers, they've been switching around, different roles here and there, but I think they're starting to get close to kind of the end product. And I did another podcast recently with Thorin, and NBK was on. And
how many hours was that one?
3 or something.
Okay, I can take that.
I
thought you were going to say 5 for a minute.
But NBK is he puts so much. I didn't realize this, but he puts so much time into studying the game and watching demos and stuff like that, and really trying to understand just everything that he possibly can, every facet of the game. And this allows him to be a player that's very good in the kind of get right roles where you have him kind of alone somewhere looking for something at the back, who a player that you can really fall back on to another player, or a player that can give you that key bit of information that's very, very important to the main caller to make the mid-round shot shot call. And yeah, I was impressed by the T side massively.
Yeah, good. A lot of valuable information for people to watch there, take and learn from, and put into their own strats. So great play by LDLC.
All right, well, we have to find out whether or not we have Epsilon and LDLC coming up next. So we don't have LDLC and Epsilon coming up as the kind of filler. So it was supposed to be Hellraisers and Fnatic coming up next. However, Hellraisers had technical issues with 3 of their players, and this means that they aren't able to actually play. And because their points were so low at the moment, like 3 on the board, they are the lowest scoring team on the rankings. They decided that to hell with it, let's just forfeit it and not try to do any kind of crazy solutions. So that means we're going to have essentially an hour's break now. But before we go to the break, I want to do a shout out to the new weapons project that we have going on right now. So we've got another weapons project. Again,
ooh, I think we've announced a new skin today, haven't we?
There's going to be a new skin announced every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll have broadcasts. We'll announce them. And on Friday, there'll be one announced as well, but we won't have a broadcast then, or we shouldn't. So there you can see the first skin announced. It looks pretty sexy.
Yeah, it's pretty gangster.
And if you want to check that out, just go to the workshop and you can see it in all of its glory. And if you like it, just vote it in. And remember that you guys, in doing so, are actually able to contribute to us being able to run more tournaments and field some really nice prize pools to really get the top teams competing. And if you like the format as well of the league, and you feel, because there's lots of tournaments coming up and stuff like that, and I think the format's really cool, like the home and away system. So if you're a fan of that as well, definitely just put your vote in and try to get the skin into a case to support the future prize pools here on the FACEIT leagues. And yeah, I mean it's awesome.
Yeah, I think that particular skin is pretty cool actually. And if you're wondering what that kanji says on the side, it's bu, which means war, which is why it's called war something. It's disappeared now, so I can't remember it. I know that because it's part of a tattoo on my leg. So that's not about.
What's the other part of the tattoo on your leg?
Bushido.
Oh, Bushido. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I've told you about this already.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm terrible.
This guy.
I'm a terrible person.
I gave him sweets last week. And he doesn't remember my tattoo.
I was focused on the sweets. They're too good.
Okay, fair enough.
But okay, before we go to a break, there's one more thing to announce actually.
What's that, DDK?
And it is that we have now received a lot of great support and sponsorship from Asus and Intel. And at the Milan Games Week LAN, we'll actually they'll be providing the PCs, these top-notch machines for the players to be playing on. So they're going to have the best equipment to be gaming on. And also, these guys are supporting the league just generally. And at the event, you'll be able to see a lot of their awesome products. And so if you're lucky enough to get to go to Milan for that, it's going to be pretty awesome. So
maybe you won the VIP package on the FACEIT Pug system. Yeah,
maybe you did. And otherwise, just a massive thanks to them, and hopefully it's a continued relationship that just blooms into massive success. I think it's a great addition, and absolutely massive thanks to them for supporting us. And now it's time for a break. Anything you want to say, James, before we go for the break? It's going to be a long time. I just want to say, if we just switch to the game quickly, I want to give you people these knives. I want to give you this knife.
And I want to give you
knives now.
I want to give you this knife. And I want to give you this knife. And I also want to give you this knife. But right now, I want to give you this knife and this knife. So if we get 150,000 followers on the channel, we will give away both knives today. I think we're on 136,000 at the moment. So seriously, guys, get your nans in there. Get them to follow the channel.
Get your nans in there, specifically.
And we will see you on the other side of this break.
All right, guys. See you in a bit.